what about CMMG? What are your thoughts on this?
Ah,
Because they're another big sponsor. They sponsor some individuals who don't necessarily like me very much.
oh, he doesn't like me now either.
What
I
did you
got
do?
into it.
Mad?
We had a little disagreement on Instagram. There was a video of some kids shooting an alligator, and I said maybe get the kid some ear protection, and he's like, "Nah, it's a 22." And I was like, "I can't hear you over the ringing in my ears." And he eh, came back with a pride flag, and
Oh,
yeah,
cringe. That's cringe, man. But yeah. So
they're a
CMMG. Uh,
manufacturer. They're a
they're
manufacturer. They're not just a retailer, so that's nice. I mean, they make all their own stuff. I have their
that's
22 bolt
getting
conversion.
because
That's pretty good.
as yeah, I also have their 22 conversion because it's cool that they're an actual like manufacturer and make their stuff. But from a sponsorship side, which is how we're looking at it, that does complicate matters a little bit, right?
I reached out. Full disclosure, I reached out to the CMMG before you came up with your "I don't want to take sponsorships from anybody" or free product from anybody. I reached out to CMMG trying to get you a Banshee for your SBR.
Mm.
I haven't heard back from them, but if I do hear back from them, I'm unfortunately going to have to tell them no. So you're going to have to spend your own damn money on it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that was my bad. I didn't tell Gary that I was no longer taking sponsorships or not necessarily sponsorships, but not accepting free product from manufacturers or affiliates from manufacturers. I don't do that anymore. Just because I don't feel that I need to, and I think it complicates things for me, and I don't want to even have that to be a question for my own personal review. So that's my own stance on the matter. Now,
it makes life very difficult. I've got about a dozen emails looking for handguns and stuff like that, and all kinds of good stuff that John wouldn't otherwise be able to afford. And now I can't do it. I learned about it the same time everybody else did.
it's all right. It's all right. I mean, I'm sitting next to an LMT right now with I got L cans and other stuff sitting around from people sending them into me. So what I can personally afford doesn't really matter all that much. So, where do we think CMMG should go? Because they're not my cup of tea. And I think that because they're a direct manufacturer, it kind of complicates their review process. Now, if you take their sponsorship and you don't review their product or you just do like an overview, I know some guys have done like, hey, I'm paid by these guys. So this is just an ad. Like, this is just an overview. This is how you should look at this video. I think that's towards the bottom end of acceptable. I wouldn't call it
I think,
scummy.
yeah, I think they're at the bottom end of acceptable.
Bottom end of acceptable, yeah, because direct manufacturer sponsorships, especially if you're reviewing their product, that's where the waters get really murky, really, really murky. Acceptable in quotation says out of focus clips, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, CMMG isn't really all my cup of tea, anyways. It's kind of more expensive products that are nice, but not really ultra serious focused, let's say. But they are interesting stuff. Some of their stuff seems cool. I would like to try out like a one of their mutant series because I think that would make good use of 7.62 by 39 in an AR styled platform. However, with 7.60 by 39 rising in price, I don't know if that makes all that much sense nowadays.